The strongest cat to ever exist wasn't the saber-toothed tiger. When it comes to historic cats, none get more attention and limelight than those that belong to the saber-tooth group. Within this group, Smilodon, traditionally known as the saber-toothed tiger, was the biggest, and the mythos surrounding this ancient beast rightly places it among the most powerful predators ever. However, did you know that there was another prehistoric cat whose size and power made it an apex predator, even more formidable than Smilodon? This cat's evolutionary adaptations, behavior, and lifestyle are reflected in an iconic big cat from modern times. Of course, we're talking about the incredible American lion, whose traits parallel those of the African and Asian lions we know today. In the following video, we'll discuss a few interesting things about this huge cat, including how it stacked up against Smilodon. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started with the American lion. The American lion, also known as Panthera atrox, was a big cat species that roamed North America between 130,000 and 13,000 years ago, though some fossil dating suggests it could be as far back as 100,000 years ago. This means that the cat lived during the late Pleistocene, which was part of the Great Ice Age. As far as classification, the American lion is considered a standalone species within the Panthera genus, the same group as modern lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars. Like all big cats, it is part of the Felidae family. Some classify the American lion as a subspecies of the African and Asian varieties, and it is therefore called Panthera leo atrox. However, the American lion is more likely to have descended from Eurasian lions that crossed the Bering Land Bridge into North America. The name atrox is Latin for fearsome or cruel, an obvious nod to this beast's great capacity for violence. As a member of the Panthera genus, the American lion had a large body, complete with a powerful skull, big teeth, and claws, as well as the ability to roar, thanks to a unique hyoid bone in its vocal cords. In the field of prehistoric predators, American lion fossils are commonly found throughout North America, from Mexico to Canada, which gives us a better picture of what this animal was like and how it lived. A particularly rich site for American lion remains is the La Brea tar pits in California, which have revealed the fossils of hundreds of these lions. So, what can we tell from these old bones? For starters, we know where it lived, which we have already covered. Given its timeline, we can also infer that the American lion diverged from the cave lion lineage between 200,000 and 165,000 years ago. Secondly, we know it was huge. Based on the fossils, this cat was at least 25% bigger than a modern-day African lion, which is the second largest cat species after the tiger. Fossil-based estimates give the American lion a body length of 5 feet 3 inches to 8 feet 2 inches, excluding the tail. The shoulder height may have reached nearly 4 feet, making it quite large. The body mass of the American lion is a topic of debate among scientists. For males, estimates range between 500 and 1,153 pounds, while females are believed to have weighed between 350 and 850 pounds. These numbers make it one of the biggest cats ever, if not the biggest. Like many cats, especially lions, this species likely had high sexual dimorphism, with males being significantly larger and stronger than females of similar age. Even the female lions were large enough to be apex predators. The American lion was larger than most of its predators except for the giant short-faced bear. In fact, American lion bones were significantly stronger than those of African lions and were almost as robust as grizzly bears, giving these apex predators the power to rule their domain with strength and aggression. With cats' generally impressive pound-for-pound strength and agility, it's not hard to imagine that the American lion specialized in hunting large prey. Modern lions and tigers are experts at taking down giants like buffalo, giraffes, and even young elephants, just as the American lion likely hunted large animals such as wild horses, bison, deer, and juvenile mammoths. The American lion would have been even more dangerous if it hunted in groups like modern lions. This is a strong possibility given its habitat. Much like the African lion, the American lion preferred open grasslands, scrublands, and sparse woodlands, rather than the dense forests favored by most solitary big cats. In open plains, hunting in numbers can be beneficial. Furthermore, the American lion's size would have limited its speed and endurance compared to its African relatives, making group hunting an even more likely strategy. Fossils found at sites like La Brea provide further evidence that these cats tolerated each other or even cooperated. What would an American lion's social structure have looked like? It was likely quite similar to that of modern lions. Though rare, fossil sites suggest that these cats sometimes formed smaller groups. Known as prides, these groups likely consisted of females and their cubs, with each pride headed by a dominant male or a coalition of males. Prides had territorial ranges, with dominant males controlling and defending the boundaries. Rival males posed a significant threat to the pride, and adult males without a pride had to survive on the fringes, often traveling far to challenge dominant males and, if victorious, gain control over the pride and its breeding rights. When a male lion took over a pride, he would likely kill any cubs fathered by his predecessor, a brutal act meant to eliminate weaker bloodlines and induce estrus in the pride's females. It's clear that, like the African lion, the American lion was often in conflict, whether with other lions, other predators, or even the elements. To cope, the American lion likely had thicker fur than the African species, perhaps even using caves for shelter during extreme weather. Unfortunately, we don't have preserved pelts, so we can't be certain what the American lion looked like. However, given its preferred habitat and its ancestry from the cave lion, it's likely that the American lion had a tawny or light brown coat. We cannot be sure if it had spots, stripes, or any other distinctive markings, nor do we know if males had manes. However, given that many Eurasian cave lion fossils lack evidence of manes, it's possible that American lions didn't have them either. Despite being apex predators, American lions faced stiff competition. Bears, dire wolves, regular wolves, coyotes, and other large cats shared their range. Although few of these rivals could defeat an adult American lion, they could pose threats to cubs. Ultimately, competition from natural rivals and the arrival of humans contributed to the decline of the American lion, which was not well adapted to life as a non-apex predator. Some experts also claim that climate change drastically impacted its habitat, contributing to its extinction along with other large Ice Age animals. The American lion also shared its territory with another notable group of cats, the saber-toothed cats of the Smilodon genus. While American lions were part of the Panthera genus in the Panthera subfamily, Smilodon species belong to the Machairodontini subfamily, which makes them quite distinct from other Panthera species, despite often being referred to as saber-toothed tigers. The American lion's most frequent encounter was likely with Smilodon fatalis, which was about the size of a modern lion but stockier and stronger, though smaller than the American lion. In summary, while Smilodon had advantages as an ambush predator in dense forests, it was likely less capable of facing the American lion in open terrain due to the lion's sheer size and strength. The American lion was among the largest cats ever to roam the earth, a title it likely holds alongside or above even the mighty Smilodon populator of South America. The American lion was undoubtedly one of the most fearsome and dominant predators of the Ice Age, a true king of the North American plains. Thank you for watching. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Activate the bell so you don't miss videos about other animals. See you in the next video.